Welcome to Beers, Balls, and where the beers are cold, the socks are loud, and the takes come with just enough hope to keep showing up. Some moments make history. Others make you cover your eyes. This is Clutch or Cringe.
All right, guys, so for this week's Clutch or Cringe Plays of the Week, we're going to get started with Clutch. And really, we can't just pick one play. We can't even pick a player because it would be unfair to call him that. We're talking about a freak of nature, a unicorn, an alien, a cyborg, all these names that he's called on social media. I like the GOAT. I really do believe that what we're witnessing here is something otherworldly, and Ohtani proved that in the National League Championship Series clinching game against what was the top seed in baseball, and his performance just blew everybody's minds. This guy struck out batters left and right, hit homers for fun, at distances for fun, and I mean, there was just nothing else left to say. We are running out of good things and adjectives to add to Shohei Ohtani. And we've all seen on social media what people say, right? Where they're talking about how only 26 pitchers have thrown for 10 strikeouts, 2 hits or less, and no runs allowed. And how only 12 batters before Ohtani had hit for 3 homers in a playoff game. And how this animal, this alien, did it all in one single game. And not to mention just how deep one of those homers was. I mean, take a look at this right here. I mean, look at this. This is his second homer, and this ball is still flying out there, probably landing somewhere in downtown LA. I don't actually know if that's the direction of downtown LA, but we'll fact check that before this gets posted. And keep in mind, this is a real Major League stadium, not one of those Little League stadiums like they have in the Bronx, so that makes it even more impressive. Honestly, just watching these highlights, watching how he corkscrews other batters into the ground is absurd. Watching how he just such an easy swing to bring that ball 469 feet out of there, just amazing. And at this point, we got to start wondering, does Shohei merit a position just for him? I mean, I know we talk about how he's a pitcher / designated hitter / occasional outfielder every now and then. We know that he can do that, but we should probably give him his own title. Let me know what you think it should be in the comments. All right, guys, what I really want to say with this segment of Clutch, Unicorn, GOAT, other superstar adjective in there of the week is we need to appreciate greatness as we're witnessing it. Don't let it fly by. Don't take it for granted. Kind of reminds me of when I'd watch Tom Brady week in, week out, year in, year out, doing great things. I mean, of course, Ohtani's not going to end up having more rings than any other club has, the way Brady has more rings than any other team. But that's not the point. I just want to say we need to enjoy it while it lasts, and we're watching greatness unfold right before our eyes. All right, so the next segment is obviously going to be the cringe moment of the week. But before that, I want to give an honorable mention here and a shout out to Cal Raleigh's game-tying homer in Game 5 of the ALCS against the Blue Jays, who coincidentally, again, permit a game-tying home run in a playoff series against an MVP candidate. I'd say this is the actual MVP, and the other guy is the one who plays in New York, whose name starts with J and ends with Udge, who needs wind to help him hit a game-tying home run. And what am I talking about, right? So, let's take a look right here. At Cal Raleigh's home run, watch this side by side with the Judge homer. And what do you notice? Cal Raleigh's is fair, undoubtedly. But Aaron Judge hit one that, as you can see, hit the foul pole. What do we know about that night in Yankee Stadium? There was wind blowing in favor of holding that ball fair or keeping that ball fair. And that's the only reason we even have this discussion, why we're talking about this moment. It wouldn't have happened otherwise. So consider that the next time you're talking about MVP candidates. it's time for the cringe moment of the week. I just want to remind anybody who's featured here that it is not my fault that they're featured here. It's theirs. And this week, the honor goes to the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Championship Series. Not just one game, no, the entire series. Because they went from, let's talk about the regular season, the number 1 team in wins, the number 3 team in scoring. They would score 5 runs a game. What did they do against the Dodgers? They scored 1 single run in each of the 4 games. Pathetic. Sad. What is it? A little bit of being cursed? Did they get on a plane that was turbulent like the Red Sox had? I don't know. Seems a little bit weird. But it's probably related to their inexperience. They have a very young team. The Dodgers are very experienced. And honestly, the Dodgers coaching staff and medical staff have a lot of experience too. It seems like they pulled off the old, let's get our star players injured for a majority of the season so that they're fresh and ready for the playoffs trick going. And it worked out to perfection. These guys are firing on all cylinders. But let's have a look at just how bad these Brewers looked. Okay, so that's depressing. I'm gonna need a beer after that one. I needed that. We all needed that after those cringy moments to watch over and over. But, you know, nothing a beer can't help with. And it's pretty surprising and flavorful. I'd say it's a little sweet, a little citrusy. I really enjoy this, actually. It has a nice, smooth finish to it. Kind of reminds me when Chapman closes games for the Red Sox. And if I'd have to classify this beer in baseball terms, I'd say it's a very solid base hit. It's the first time I'm actually trying this beer. It's a Panamanian craft beer. It's a pale ale. And it would definitely enter in my top Panamanian craft. But I'm not being paid for this, so I'm not going to say the name on this video. That's why I'm wearing the sleeve. Whew, all right, now we can get into the second cringe moment of the week. And this one is going to go to John Schneider, when he, in Game 4, walked out with all the authority in the world to go and make the decision and pull out Max Scherzer in the 5th inning of the game. And Max yelled at him with those psychotic eyes, looking into his soul, telling him that if you take me off this mound, I am going to eat you alive. And he had to just walk back, tail between his legs, walk back to the dugout, and hey, it was even greater after we saw that Max actually got the strikeout to end the inning, just because everybody has a little love for Max Scherzer, and that really goes to show his name of Mad Max. And I think many people can appreciate John Schneider being put in his place. So let's enjoy that too.
Appreciate you for sticking around for all 9 innings. Keep the Sox loud, the hope alive, and we'll catch you next week. Same time, same bull.